Hello friends, Tanya here for Trinity Stamps, and today we're going to make some ornaments. And did you know you can glimmer hot foil on felt? I didn't know that until recently. I pulled out one of our older die sets. This is the Cut and Foil Big Snowflake. It's gorgeous. This is the foiling piece. The rest are all dies. And I'm going to use some of this Benzie Designs Confetti palette felt. It's a wool blend felt, and it works beautifully with this. So I have my foiling plate, my foil, my felt, and some shims, and I run that through just like I would on paper. You would think you'd need less shims. You do not. In fact, I do end up adding another shim with one of the other colors. And isn't that just gorgeous? I used some polished brass foil. And now I'm looking to see if I can find my lines through those little holes. And I die cut this with one of the coordinating dies. I didn't use the smallest die. I used the medium thickness die. And I didn't get it exactly lined up, but we're going to go with it. I did it another 2 times because one of the times I totally didn't line up my foiling. Next, I took the largest die and I cut some glitter cardstock with that. And for each ornament, we're going to have 2 of each layer. We're going to glue the glitter cardstock back to back. And this is a perfectly symmetrical die set, so it doesn't matter which flake edge you use with which. Next, I took the vellum die cut, which is the smallest of the dies, the thinnest of the dies, and I decided to layer it between the glitter cardstock and the felt. I didn't want to cover up any of that beautiful glimmering. Otherwise, I think it would be really pretty to have that one offset on the front. And I'm just going to use my liquid glue. Feel free to use the Crafty Gluefriend. As I've said before, I'm allergic to the Crafty Gluefriend, or I would use that. And I am adhering those layers offset on each other. I get the tips of the snowflake lined up with each other between the glitter layer and the felt layer, and the vellum layer is offset into the center. And you're going to see me repeat this action on the other side. And I am pleasantly surprised at how well liquid glue adheres all of these layers together. I'm holding this snowflake in my hand right now, and everything is still firmly attached. And I made this 2 days ago. Now I'm going to use a heavy block to get a little extra time to hold those together. And I'm going to take my Crocodile. You could use a regular handheld hole punch or whatever hole punching method you have. And I punched between the layers of the glitter cardstock. Next, I take some twine and I create a, something to hang it from. I tie my string in the top through that hole. I push the loop through after I fold it in half and loop it through itself. Tie a knot near the top of the ornament and knot again at the top. And there we have the hanger for our ornament. I think this turned out just so cute, but there was a learning curve. There's some things I have to change on the next one. To finish this ornament, I am taking the milk glass rhinestones, and I'm going to add them to both sides of the ornament. I've taken the largest of these rhinestones and put it right in the center. And then I'm taking one of the medium size. I think there's 4 sizes in this set, and I'm adding those to each arm or branch of the snowflake, whichever version of that you want to think of. And just a dot of the liquid glue has done a great job of adhering those to our snowflake. There it is. Oh, I love all of that beautiful shimmer and the subtle colors there. Here I'm adding just the last few to the second side, and our snowflake ornament is complete. If you hadn't noticed, everyone on the design team is doing ornaments for this week. We just thought it would be a great way to start our November. Here I'm using a tealy, turquoisey, minty green color felt, and I'm still using the polished brass foil. And this time I got smarter. I took a die cut negative of that die and laid it over the snowflake so that it lined up perfectly, and then popped my die in and taped it down, and boom, gorgeous, perfect. Next, I'm taking a die from the Santa mug die set that just came out in October, and I die cut that from some glitter cardstock, and you can see that I've glued together all of those pieces. I cut out the backer piece, or the largest snowflake, from some shimmery white cardstock and assembled that the same way, minus the vellum fine detail one. This one is going to be a little more bold colored, and we're not going to add that extra layer. The extra layer on this one is the glitter snowflake from the Santa mug die set. And this time I'm going to just punch a hole through the entire snowflake, both layers of felt and the double layers of shimmer cardstock. I'm going to use the same. This happens to be crochet thread. It's not baker's twine. I happened to find a big spool of it at a thrift shop for very inexpensive, and I've been using it for my threads, or my twine for my tags, and for ornaments for quite some time now. It's perfect. So if you have that in your stash, feel free to use that. Again, this time when I snug down our element, I tucked it around the top of the tip of the snowflake. Next, I'm taking the golden glass rhinestones that came out in the last release, and these are like rhinestones that are completely glitter on the inside. They're gorgeous, and they come in two sizes in the container. There's a large one and a small one, and we'll use the large one in the center of each of these tiny snowflakes. Now, I did do the same thing with that other bunch of layered or snowflake layers that are laying on my desk. I did not remember to film it, but I did all of the same things. Make sure you allow enough time for that glue to set before you monkey with it. Here are all three of those snowflakes completed, laying together, and here you get some close-ups of these snowflakes. Please leave me a comment below letting me know what you think of these snowflake ornaments. Is this something that you might try on your own? I'd love to hear. If you're interested in any of the supplies I use, check that description box below. They are always listed and linked there. And be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Until next time, here are a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Bye-bye.